how you guys doing? I'm doing great, thanks for asking. Being a pessimist isn't so bad. These past few years have taught me a ton about failure. Now, I'm not saying that I haven't been successful towards some things, because I have. But for the most part, the small amount of success that I've had towards any number of my goals is not comparable to the feeling of defeat, knowing that I'm not progressing quick enough towards the end result. They like to say, they being the overall they that create these inspirational quotes that just end up on the internet. Is there actually like a distant land where quotes are created for worldwide consumption? I think I need to look into this. This might be a good job for me. So the saying goes, shoot for the moon. If you miss, you'll land among the stars. How is this helpful to anyone? To equate this into real life jargon, strive to be a lawyer. If you don't, you'll end up a legal secretary. Or move to California. If your car breaks down along the way, you'll end up in Mississippi. What? They also say that you shouldn't let failing make you feel like a failure. Well, what else are you supposed to feel like? A winner? It is super hard to be positive and optimistic when failure after failure litter your trail to success. And hey, that's life. You try and you fail. You try and you fail. And what do? You try again. Unless you're getting the same exact result over and over, and then you're just insane. But apparently, research shows that optimists are more successful than pessimists. People who see the glass half full instead of half empty live happier marriages, longer lives, and have more money. That is bullshit. We are all human beings. We all have feelings. We get happy and sad and frustrated and angry, and from time to time, we feel like being a little more of a pessimistic crybaby. No one is 100% optimistic all of the time. Show me the one person who is apparently always happy, and I'll show you the world's biggest liar. Fine, to be fair, I'm sure that people with a more positive outlook are slightly more successful. But in what regard? I feel like if you always look at the glass half full, you're never really disappointed. So you're saying if it's the same failure for everyone in the room, but the optimist in the room doesn't view it as such, so their failure isn't a failure because they're positive? Did I lose you? Okay, so if you have two people in exactly identical marriages, they have identical issues and problems, but you're telling me that the optimist out of the two people who is experiencing the same issues and problems as the negative guy over here has a more successful marriage because they don't dwell on the negatives, whereas the pessimist dwells on the negatives and therefore has a much more unhappy marriage? But if the optimist has a more happy marriage than the pessimist guy, is it because he chooses not to acknowledge the problems at hand in the marriage? It doesn't make any sense though, because all it means is the optimist is holding all of his frustrations inside, and one day he's just going to explode and kill his whole family. I'd rather be a pessimist then and work that shit out, because a marriage is a two-way street, not a highway and a bike path, and I am not about suppressing issues and pretending to be happy. And honestly, being a pessimist is not always a bad thing. Pessimism is sometimes just another word for realistic. Sometimes life sucks, and it's okay to admit that. You don't get your hopes up, you aren't let down as much, and you can admit when you get to the point and realize that something is just not going to work out. And when things go really well for you, it's like, holy crap, this is awesome! And let's not forget that pessimists do have things that they enjoy. For instance, I love ice cream, especially when I've had a bad day. That and watching The Office, or White Chicks, or just hanging around with Luna and Ian. So just remember, if something is beautiful, pessimists can appreciate it just like everyone else can. Because most of all, a pessimist knows that you can't fully appreciate life's highs without recognizing its lows. Anyway, you guys, what are your thoughts on pessimism, and are you a pessimist? I totally am, and I am okay with admitting it. I view the glass half empty, guys. Fight me. If this is the first video that you're seeing of mine, hi, I'm Kayleigh. You should subscribe by hitting that red button right down below and we can become best friends forever. Links to my Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook, and Instagram are also down below. I'll see you guys in a few days with another video. Peace out, friends.